Hello, welcome back to another episode of Specs Tech. We are doing a few tablet-themed episodes this week, but I don't have that many tablets. I have the one I'm about to show. I had a Windows tablet. I have two Kindle tablets and an old Nexus 7 laying around somewhere. I gotta find them, but the closest tablet I have near me is this beast. This is the original iPad. I'm gonna turn the screen on so I don't show my reflection because I don't have a shirt on. But this is the original iPad. I don't remember when I got this one, but it's the only iPad I have that isn't shattered in the thousands of glass pieces. So yeah, it came out in like 2010. This is the 64 gigabyte version. This thing is fucking heavy. It is a beast. This is the 3G model, believe it or not. I mean, not like I would ever connect this to a mobile network in 2023. No, I'm just using it for old iOS games, which I definitely have a couple. There's a reason for me having a couple, but we'll get to that. The design of this tablet is, I'd say, pretty good. There's no camera, which is weird. But tablets really weren't supposed to be like bigger phones without internet mobile data in 2010. They were just kind of more like a novelty than a big giant like tool these days. Also, I just think cameras on tablets is weird. But yeah, I don't remember the screen resolution, but the screen's not bad. This isn't a Retina screen now, which is honestly pretty noticeable. I had an iPad 4 at one point. That screen looked really good, even by today's standards. Hi, kitty cat. But yeah, the screen on here is serviceable. It's fine. You get, I think you get like 128 megs of RAM on here. I have this thing permanently jailbroke, so I can bring up this tweak to let me like basically do everything you can't do in like iOS 5 or whatever, or iOS 7. Because the latest update on this thing is iOS 5.1.1, and there's no way to increase the firmware size. Alright, the camera, it's very awkward to record this, but there's no way to increase like the firmware version or anything like that. There's no like custom ROMs like there are in Android tablets, which can be a downgrade, but yeah. Mainly what I use this thing for, I feel like it should be pretty obvious that I'm scrolling through here, is classic iOS games. Now, this thing is jailbroken, and I got all of these from archive.org. Shoutouts to them. Yeah, this thing is really good for old iOS games. Like, really old, like 2010 level. Like, here's old ass Angry Birds HD. I guess it's the wrong way. Man, old ass Angry Birds goes kind of hard. This picture goes hard, feel free to screenshot. Yeah, old school Angry Birds. 2010 classic. No in-app purchases. No nothing, just whatever the hell this was. Crystal? I don't know what this is or why it wants my location, but it is definitely, I don't know. 2 episodes, that's all you can get. So, I'm not gonna really talk that much about this thing, because I would say it's pretty unusable these days. Going to, like, Safari is slow and takes forever. Like, I'm tapping the address bar and it just now showed up. Like, oh, here, I'll go to Google and we'll just go to, like, I don't know, we'll go to, like, a modern news site and see, or something like that. Like, I have pretty decent internet. It's not like fiber, but yeah, you can't even go to some certain websites because of, that's how old this browser is. There's a white man, but yeah. This is definitely not going to be good. I do have a bunch of other tabs open, but none of them are really important. All just tabs opened up from some apps. Like the apps that when you click on or they want you to go to a website or whatever. So fortunately that web browsing on here, at least for that website, isn't going to go that well. So close these out. Obviously single play videos, there's a way to play there's a way to make the ancient YouTube app work on here, but I don't really care. I have a way better Kindle Fire that can actually do stuff at like 1080p 60 FPS. So there's not really much point of it for me. But the main thing I want to do is, all these games are here for a reason. I want to do kind of like a side series of just kind of looking at a big chunk of these at a time. Like there's some interesting games here that I would like to not really review. I don't really like want to beat or really get in depth in any of these mobile games, but like when you have Family Guy TW here, I don't think anybody else on YouTube is really gonna care. So I think it'll be funny to make some videos about this stuff. Out of my screen, like who the hell is gonna be making a video about Family Guy Time Warped? Okay, I don't want to get copyrighted. Probably too late. But point is, there's a lot of interesting ports and stuff. Like there's a bunch of single individual like Genesis games on here. Of course, tiny iPhone thing, the resolution, but you can upscale it, make it look ugly. All the old Sega classics. Hello. Black screen moment. But yeah, there's just straight up like Sega Genesis ROMs with the old button style, which is honestly pretty cool. I honestly like playing Genesis games on this thing. I'd say it's definitely the best system that this thing can run. This thing cannot run on 64, I tried. But again, we're saving that for its own videos. So a couple cons I do have about this device are, I mean, obviously it's not very good these days. It's like for anything really. I mean, old iOS games and maybe as an MP3 player if you're really desperate. Also, the weight is, this thing is ridiculously heavy. I'm not really much of a fan of that. I do like that there's a permanent jailbreak, which is nice. Some of the tweaks on iOS 5 are pretty good. Some of them are pretty bad. I did have a major glitch on here the other day where just got stuck into like iPhone mode and all my apps were opening and they were like stuck in this corner in iPhone mode. I had to manually downgrade like Cydia jailbreak deb file to get out of that mode, and then I had to go into safe mode and remove like the last couple of tweaks I downloaded. But that's probably more just a me issue, but yeah. The battery life on here is actually pretty damn good. It's currently on like 26%. I haven't charged this thing in like almost a week. So this thing's got some pretty good battery life, I'll give it that. Some games on here just, not that one. Some games on here just don't work. I gotta find like older versions, like Five Nights at Freddy's 1 crashes, which is a national tragedy. I mean, you can get into the game, but it'll just crash when you start the night. Which is a shame. I actually wanted to play FNAF on here. Thought it'd be funny. Scott Coffin, fix your game. I need iOS 5.1.1 compatibility. Come on. And there it goes. So yeah, there'll definitely be more of this iPad. I definitely want to do a video where I go through one whole screen of these games at a time. Just kind of give each game like a minute or two kind of thing. Since there's not really a lot of in-app purchases or like gotcha systems in these older games, most of them should be pretty quick to get the hang of rather quickly. So I don't know what I'm gonna be doing that series, but it should be relatively soonish. I might try to see if I can output this iPad screen to like my computer or something. Because I think that'd be a lot easier than holding this damn thing for like 20 minutes. But we'll see. So overall, I'm gonna give this iPad I'm gonna give it a B. I feel like the weight could be better, the screen could be better, and the specs could have been a little bit better. For 2010, I'm pretty sure the latest iPhone at the time was outclassing this. Also, I don't know. I feel like they could have maybe made the back a little less ugly. I mean, this was the first iPad. I feel like for what it is, it's not bad, but could be better. And they did make it better, so yeah, I give it a B.